Got the lovely Jen Murray, Thomas Warden, Carol, and Nick joining us tonight. So we're going to be diving a little bit into communication and the importance of communication and how important that is in your life. We're going to be looking at external communication, so communication with others, and I'm going to dive in a little bit with internal communication, so how you're actually communicating with yourself. And often they reflect one another. Your internal communication and dialogue is often a reflection of that external communication and dialogue that you're sharing with others. So we're going to dive in a little bit to communication, and I'm just going to turn it over to Mr. Thomas Warden here, and then I'll jump back in and I'll go through a couple of things, and we'll let Nick and Jen take it away here as well. So Thomas, thank you. Welcome, buddy. Glad to see you here.
Yes, definitely. Guys, welcome tonight, and congratulate yourself for coming out tonight. Why? Because that's the first step that you came into starting this with yourself through the 6 weeks to abundance. So now we're in week 5. And now we're talking tonight about communication. And tonight is a big, powerful night that y'all really don't understand, but yet we can grasp it a little bit better, because what we have started 2.5, 3 years ago between each and every individual you see on the screen here tonight, we started a communication of how to network together and how to work together and how to build each other up together and how to make sure we keep each other motivated and accountable for what they said we was going to do and what you wanted within your life when we first started. And we made sure we stayed working with each other and communicating and make sure we was nourishing each other, because there's times that you're going to have your ups and your downs. But tonight is most powerful night, because I'm from South Texas, from Louisiana area. Carol's from South Texas. And Miss Jen Murray is from Canada. Dave is up in Canada. Nick is from Oregon. And we have another team member sitting right across from us at the table from New York. So tonight we're all in Vegas. Why? Because we come together many years ago to learn how to do something more with their lives. And yet, if the biggest part that we found that was the biggest part that we needed within us was the networking of connecting with each other. And that connecting, that communication, that we have bond, that we have built as people we have never met face to face before, all through this organization. But yet, once we did meet 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and we started something more right here. And then each day, now to be able to see each other again 3 years later, and to know we're coming together to be able to launch something bigger and better than we have ever even imagined it could come into our lives. And we're bringing it to y'all every day, and with this energy and this communication. And this that we are bringing is only going to bring you to the next level of your life, the next stage of what you're wanting within your life. And it all starts with opening up a communication with that own person, your own demons, the own evil person that you've been fighting and putting the resistance up, saying, I'm lacking or I don't have what I need within my life. But once you open up that communication with yourself, saying, what is going to make me happy? What is going to move me to my next stage where I really want to be next year? And not just going after that for a New Year's resolution, but going after that because this is mapping out your life. We are mapping out ours into a total different direction that we've only dreamed about. But yet we took action each day, and we come in here and communicate with people across the world. Stay dedicated, people. Stay dedicated to everything that you're doing to move your life. And you will be able to meet people all over the world face to face one day and give them the biggest hug and the biggest smile and a kiss on the cheek, whatever it is. And do a happy dance and be able to enjoy a week here in an Airbnb together, side by side. Everybody thinks we're out here partying and having a good time. No, we came to build our empires even stronger. And that way we can bring it back to y'all with this 6 weeks to abundance, that y'all just came in here to just learn a little bit of how to get your life into a better balance. And with that balance, now you're going to start seeing you're working on every part of the wheel of that life. And it starts with communication as well as that relationship, as you heard, the financial side that we've been through, and all the other PDF stuff that you have already gotten from us. Tonight, I'm not asking y'all to do any major homework, except start paying attention to what we're offering. Start paying attention to what we're actually wanting you to do with your life. We're not asking you to do anything for us. This is our journey we're on, and we're offering this to y'all every Thursday. And we're asking you to work on yourself just a little bit each day. And then that way, when you come back on Monday and we do this accountability, now y'all are starting to get an understanding. We're making a communication with y'all. We're making a bond with y'all to move y'all to that next stage that you want to go to. We're holding y'all accountable for that. That's what we're asking you to do, is do something more for you. And that's it. Enjoy it. Thank you, David. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Nick, for everything that y'all do, and many others that y'all will begin to meet in this journey. Enjoy it.
So Jen, do you wanna jump in there, or Nick? You guys can jump in. We're just kind of gonna go wing it here tonight a little bit. I do. Thomas said we don't have much homework. I do have homework. I don't have a PDF, so this is just all you're gonna need for tonight's homework is a pen and a piece of paper. We're gonna keep it really simple for you guys. So I do have some homework that I'm gonna have for you guys to go over, and on Monday we'll review that. But Jen and Nick, do you guys want to jump in here and share a little piece about communication and what you guys do for communication in your guys' lives?
Yeah, 100%. You guys hear me okay? So, I just want to lay a quick ground, a quick foundation on, you guys are in this group, you guys are learning all these skill sets, and your success is really determined upon your skill set and your mindset. And in this communication, you're going to learn too, but the most important part is the mindset part. Communication can be a skill set, but it also is a mindset. Like David shared at the beginning here, there's external communication you have with others, but just as important, if not more important, is the communication you have with yourself. Because you cannot grow a business, you cannot grow a relationship, you cannot grow anything outside, larger than your own growth. And so when you're growing your communication skills with yourself, you're able to grow other relationships. But the relationship with yourself and the communication you have with yourself, that little voice in your head, what you tell yourself about yourself, is one of the most important key aspects of skill sets and mindsets. And so I just wanted to throw that quick foundation there. It's both. It is. Most people think of it as a skill set, but most importantly, it's a mindset. Your communication is a mindset. And over the past couple of years, I've been able to grow my communication with myself. Um, you know, Larger than I could have. Deeper than I could have ever imagined. The things you tell yourself. We have this saying that we always hear, that they're just words. Whether you're telling them to somebody else, or whether you're telling them to yourself, there's that cliche of they're just words, but they are words, and that's all we have to communicate with, are words. Um, and the meaning you put behind things, the meaning you put behind words, are what are going to catapult you into the next step or the next level in your life, or they're going to be the words that stump you and hold you up and give you those speed bumps. And so that's why this communication, this week 5, is so important. You guys take lots of notes. Jen, if you have anything to add to that, I'd love. But just want to lay that quick foundation. Skill set and mindset. Most important, it's a mindset.
Nick, I actually just you brought up an amazing point, man, and I just wanted to say this one thing. You'll never ever communicate with someone more in your life than yourself. Never. So Nick brings up, when you bring up that foundation, like, you got to think about that. There's no one in the entire world you'll communicate more with yourself. So Jen, I just wanted to jump in there and share that, because Nick, that's such a valuable nugget that you just gave everyone. So
Sometimes you need expert advice. Who better to talk to? The one who knows your physical body and everything that's going on is yourself.
Absolutely. No, that's great, Dave. I'm glad you jumped in there for sure. Say that point. All of this is so, so critical. I have a little exercise. So everyone who is watching this either live right now, or you're watching this on the replay, go and grab a pen and a piece of paper, or maybe you want to do it on the computer. That's okay as well. And just take a second here and grab that, because for Communication Week, I'm a firm believer on communication, open lines of communication. I really, really like when people are honest with me. I'm sure a lot of you watching this can relate to that. Sometimes things don't need to be sugar-coated. Sometimes things just need to be said. And what better way to build trusting relationships with both yourself and both the people around you than be honest with yourself. Be truly, truly honest with yourself. And sometimes you're not going to want to hear the stuff that you tell yourself, and sometimes you're not going to love the things that the loved ones around you tell you, but it's also critical. So grab a piece of paper in the moment that I was speaking there, and I want you to go through a couple of these key things and really think about it. Like, this is something that, you know, over the last 3 years, and honestly today, 3 years ago is when I started in the online space. 3 years ago today, this day, I decided to do something different. So I know that over the last 3 years, my friend base, my mindset, like Nick and Thomas were saying, all of that has changed drastically. It's grown bigger, it's evolved, and it's all part of the journey, guys. So really quickly, and I'm going to get to the point with all of this, I want you to go and I want you to assess your friends and your family and the people that you spend the most time around, and, you know, be really honest with yourself. Like, sit down and think about it and write out, you know, positive and maybe areas of opportunity about each one of those people. But the core people, maybe you have 10 people, maybe you have only a couple people, but what is their relationship like with you, and how do you communicate? You know, like Thomas mentioned earlier, a lot of us have not met each other in real life like we are right now. A lot of us are in Las Vegas right now going to attend an event, and we've never met each other. So our main communication has been via the internet or via the phone. And so even though people are on different parts of the world, they can become super close, tight people in your network and either touch your heartstrings or either pull away from that and damage you. So good or bad, this isn't meant to make you feel bad. It's a really, really critical key to just assess those people, assess your communication with them, what's lacking, what could be better. You know, maybe you need to make stronger bonds with your certain people. Maybe you need to pull away for your own good. So that's the first thing I want you to do. And then the other thing is keeping your communication lines open. So this is something that I learned and has helped me drastically over the years, is that I keep my communication lines open. If people want to speak with me, or maybe, you know, they just need someone to hold space for them, keeping your lines open, letting people know that you're available is not only going to help them because they're going to have someone to be able to come and talk with, but it's also going to help you. And once again, it's going to warm your heart. So whatever that may be for you. Some people like to talk on the phone. Some people like to do, like we are, Zoom conferencing. Other people like to fly around the world and meet people, right? It's all part and parcel. Make sure that you're keeping your communication lines open and look at the areas of your life that maybe you could use a little bit more help. Maybe you're a written person and just sending off an old-fashioned pen pal instead of an email or whatever the case might be. That may be your way of expressing how you feel towards the people that mean the most in your life. So definitely keep your communication lines open and really think about that. And then this third part, this is going to be a little bit tough for people to swallow at first. Nobody likes to hear negative things or things that, you know, people are saying to them that brings them down. But in retrospect, it's really, really good to pay attention to what people say about you. So what are they saying about you? You know, what do you feel about that yourself? Look at it, assess it all. And what I do, and I find that this really helps, is I'll make notes of what people have said. And this is like negative or positive, right? Like if somebody says something that I need to work on, I make a little note of this. If somebody says something mean to me, I make a little note of it so I know. But the biggest thing with it is I make notes on people. And this has helped me over the last few years, especially meeting so many people in the online space. And a lot of you watching this live or watching this on replay, I'm going to start making notes about you too. And the reason for that is that then I really get to know a person. And communication could be knowing what their family is all about, knowing about what their likes and dislikes are. knowing about what their favorite food is. And if you start to make a little journal of this, then you're going to start to understand that person on a deeper level. So 3 things: assess the people that are in your life, really get close with that, write down who are your closest people, who are the people you're seeking advice from, who are the people that are in your life, but maybe necessarily not the most positive influence, and how can you switch that? And the next thing too is to remember to keep your communication lines open. So start really thinking deep about that, thinking about how you can broaden your horizon so that you are more approachable, and then make notes. Make notes about the people that you're communicating with so you can strengthen that bond. So that's my part on it, guys. Great to see everybody. Hope everyone's having a rockin' Thursday. Thanks, guys, for letting me chat.
Hey, Jen, that's awesome. Do you mind if I add something to that? Because I love what you just said. I mean, that's a great piece. So not just only the verbal communication of the way that you guys are communicating with the people. So as you're going through that list of talking, but maybe make a note of how those people make you feel. Communication happens on so many different levels. For me, I really follow my intuition. So my internal, and that has to do with my internal dialogue. So I really hone in on the way that when I'm spending time or in the presence of someone, how they make me feel, because there's communication going on there. There's communication going on within me, letting me know, hey, is this person making me feel good? What are they saying? What are they actually saying? Am I listening to what they're saying? A huge component of communication too is listening. A lot of times we like to talk. I'm one of those people. I love to speak. Anyone who's on this here knows that I love to talk. But one of the things that I really make sure I focus my time on is listening. And I'm often listening for the unspoken things. So not necessarily verbally the words that are being communicated with me, but what's the intent behind those words? What's the feeling that I'm getting from that person while they're communicating those to me? So I can really decisively, decipher between a negative comment and a positive comment, because I can feel the emotions that are going on behind those comments or the things that are being communicated with me. So that's when I say the unspoken, that's the unspoken that I'm really listening for. And really it's not even a hearing thing. It's more of a feeling thing. It's more of, what am I feeling from this person? How's this person communicating with me? What's the energy that I'm getting from them? Because I think that plays an important role when you build that communication up and that internal dialogue up within yourself, and you strengthen that communication with yourself. You start to recognize more as those pieces are coming up for you. You're able to internalize and understand where that person's coming from. Someone could be on the surface very happy and very bubbly, but deep down inside, what's going on with them is not exactly what they're portraying to you. So being able to decipher that communication and I get to that and ask them, what's really going on with you? Why are you putting on a front? Or, is this really what's the truth? Are you speaking your truth and living your truth? You can start asking yourself those questions as well. Am I speaking my truth? Am I living my truth? Do I feel good about myself on a daily basis? And I really believe that internal dialogue, as Thomas and Nick had mentioned, and I think Jen, that voice in your head, I call him the crazy roommate, because he's not always right. He's not always guiding me in the right direction. So I really hone into my internal dialogue and the internal feelings that are going on within me to recognize, is this the right place I want to go? Is this the direction I want to go? Is this person contribute and positively and add value to my life in a positive way, or are they taking away? Are they taking? Because there's energy feeders and there's energy suckers, so you just want to make sure you're honing in on that internal dialogue within yourself and making sure you're deciphering between, as I call it, the craziness, the crazy roommate upstairs, and what's actual, what's really going on within you.
You're right on track, David. Now, everybody comes home from work stressed out, want to get up on the couch because they just feel drained from the day. Now, evaluate the job site that you're at, the people you're around, the energies, the vibrations, the conversations. That's conversations. Now, those conversations, you're consistently hearing somebody nagging about their husband or their wife, or consistently nagging about the day this didn't go right, the traffic was, everything was wrong, this guy cut me off in traffic. And now all this nagging that you're hearing from somebody else is, what is it doing? It's draining you and your energy. And now it's like, man, I feel so tired and wore out. We're showing you how you can start feeling that, and you can start saying, you know what? That's your emotions. You need to deal with that. I don't have to absorb what you're going through anymore. I can put my aura up. Those Star Trek freaks in here. Yes, I am the Silver Fox and Star Trek era. Okay. So I put up the force field, put it up. So now when I feel the energies coming, the vibrations and the people, like he said, you can feel it within your gut when you walk into a room, into a place, a location, if you're comfortable or not. But yet, you know, what was that one little kid would always put on his sunglasses? And I'm always invisible. Nobody can see me now. And I walk into the room, most powerful man, because nobody can see me. I feel good. Do whatever you have to do to trick your mind. It doesn't matter. All you're doing is working a rewire section. I say, because I put on this hat, I feel good. I feel powerful. I put on this shirt, I feel good. I feel powerful. Nobody can affect me with their words or their thoughts or anything else, because it's not going to happen today. Just know that you can put up those blocks and stop that other energies and those emotions every single day. And it starts out with your morning. How do you start your day? Like David said, what are you going to do? What emotions are making you happy for today? Are you doing the things on a day-to-day basis that make you happy? If not, reevaluate. That's all we're asking you to do. Reevaluate your situation, put you in the direction where you want to go, and then start doing the things that make you happy, and start watching your life change just a little bit. Because you did was shift a habit of some words or thoughts that you were giving to yourself, and now moving your energies and your vibration into a new direction. And it's like, wow, all I did was change a word saying I can't to I can, and I will, and I'm going to. Why? Because I feel it within me and it feels good, and I'm going to make it happen. Why? Because I'm doing something that makes me feel good. Did she understand this journey when I first got on this? Not at all. Thought I was abducted by aliens. Called Miss Jen up and said, what did y'all do to my man? You want to see it? It's on YouTube. I've got the video. All right. She finally got on there after 3 years and admitted everything that she had thoughts then, because she still didn't believe it for a long time. But yet I stayed dedicated every day to my vibrations and my energies and my journey of where I was going, because I seen the bigger picture of what these people right here were teaching me. And all I did was pay attention and listen. And then I drove up there and said, I want to see, are y'all real? Oh, yeah, they were real. Got to hug them and everything. Got to hang out with them at a beach for 4th of July for a week. Yeah, best time of my life. Journey of my lifetime. Enjoy this journey, guys. Don't make it so complicated. All we're asking you to do is say, what is going to make you happy? She's telling you, put it on a piece of paper. What am I doing? Why am I doing it? Is it making me happy? Or is it not? Then what do I need to shift to make what I'm doing making me happy? Do I need to shift my jobs? Do I need to shift my energies? Do I need to shift my thoughts, my focus, my vibrations, whatever? Because whatever you're doing all the way up till then has got you here with us now, because something didn't work or something wasn't aligning correctly. So now we're showing y'all with this balance, with this 6 weeks of abundance, getting everything within a balance and within a check. And that way you can get into a better guidance system within your own self. Realign with it. Grab that source energy. Roll with it, baby. Y'all have fun.
It was funny. We were talking earlier, and Carol, I'm really glad that you're here. Thomas, Carol, me, Shannon, we're all here tonight, guys. And it was a great conversation, because Carol did. She was very nervous about what had happened to Thomas, thinking he got abducted by aliens or whatever, starting in with us. And we had a good quick chit chat before this started, just about the bond and the bond of a relationship, and how, you know, there's ups and downs and there's roller coasters and all that kind of stuff. And there she is, speak of the devil. And so, yeah, it was really great. So Carol, did you want to jump in and say anything at all?
No, just, this is not too good to be true. This is actually a life-shifting, life-changing deal. And we're all real. We're all here to help. And we rise by lifting others. Or we're here to help.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're all friends. Shannon here too, from New York area. So it's so great to be able to reunite here. And we all communicate so differently, do we not?
We do.
Like, but that's what it's all about, respecting each other and understanding each other. And
Yeah, so has that been mentioned? Like, guys, do you really know where and how we all got connected was through the online space first, and we've all gone through some education, and what we're sharing with you guys in these past 6 weeks and one more week to go is really the foundation. I mean, we could dive a lot deeper into all of these topics that have been covered in the last 6 weeks, but we've gone through an education that's really provided us with the depths and the insights to be able to dive deeper into ourselves and learn not just about ourselves, but learn about the space that we're working, which is the online space, which is where we're connected, where is where we all got connected in the first place, as Thomas mentioned, was through social media. And we developed friendships with people, not just any people, but people that we actually want to spend time with. Like Thomas was mentioning, going to our job and you're listening to that guy, over there bitch about his day, or bitch about this or that. These are people that I want to spend time with. These are my friends. These are my family. You think about your friends and your family that are in your life now. How communicative with you are you with them? These are people that we talk with on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. We get together at live events like Jen Thomas and Carol and everyone's at right now. Nick, I know you're waiting for someone up there at the airport. I wish it was there with you guys, but you guys are all hanging out together, and that's amazing. And I just want you guys to understand that this is the foundation of what this is for creating an abundant life. There's so much out there. There's so much available to you. This is the whole purpose of this. This is the whole thing of what we've been wanting to communicate and convey with you over these last 6 weeks, is that this is an abundant world that we live in, an abundant universe. There's so much. Everybody here is giving their time and their knowledge and sharing part of themselves with you, so that you could maybe have that little nugget that helps you out in your life to help you move forward in the direction that you want to go. So your life maybe even just gets 1% better each day as you're moving forward. We're all here to support you every step of the way, and we want to see you move in the direction of living your best life for your best self, because it's not for anyone else. It's not for us. It's for you. It's for you guys and what you want to experience in your life. And hopefully you guys have got some value out of what everyone shared here tonight. And Jen, you can just hold your phone up. We know what's going on social media. Just take the picture. Everybody's here to help everyone out, and yeah, we do love and all appreciate. Do I need to get my phone out, start snapping pictures too? We're all here to love and support everyone and encourage you guys to move forward. So the one thing that I don't want to end this unless you guys want to keep going. It's up to you guys. Like, if you guys want to, I know you guys are all getting settled in and stuff like that. I want, Thomas, do you want to jump in there and say something before I maybe give some minor homework? I said you weren't going to give any homework, but I do have some minor homework to give out.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, we got the event tonight. We're registering and going out there. So we came in here tonight because we learned something within ourselves through all of this. How to respect ourselves first. How to respect everything that we're doing within our life and what we see, the bigger picture that we've seen in that mirror all these years. The dreams, the things that you've only thought you could ever do within life. You've accomplished a lot already. The journeys you've been on, the situations you've been through, the ups and downs, the ins and the outs, the cries, the lonely nights, the whatever. We've all been through a lot. But now what are you doing to get yourself out of that? So you came in here to the 6 weeks of abundance to get a little bit something more, because you've been in the darkness too long. You've been trying to figure your light out, trying to figure out your path. Where do I need to go? Now we're showing you how to live for you. Starting this journey back over for you is a restart process maybe, but it's okay, because it took you this many years to wire where you're at. Now it's going to take you this many years to build what you want to be, to build you where you see yourself in the next 5 years, next year, next 10 years. Where do you truly see you? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? And that's all we're wanting you to do, is chase what you want, what makes you happy every day, that passion that drives you. What do you wake up for? Are you getting up excited? Do you like what you do? Do you want something different? Then you're the only one that can do it. So we're here to making sure that you can communicate with you first throughout of everything. Waking up each day and making sure that you're giving yourself the love, the respect, and going in there to that mirror and saying, I am the most awesome, the most powerful person that is out here in the universe. And today I'm going to give everything to me in here in this bathroom before I walk out of here. And I fill my cup up. Now, once you've done that and you walk out to the world, you walk out into the universe, now they know you're there because you've already gave it that intention and that purpose within your life because you communicated first with you every day. Is it a daily process that I'm going to ask you to do? Yes. Because I want you to plan your life and do your life the best every day. Be the best version of you. Because all we're asking you to do is live your journey, nobody else's. Communicate with you, then you will be able to communicate with others. And you will surround yourself with people that are like-minded on that journey of something that you're wanting to do within your life. Grant here may be all into fishing, right? So what is he going to go after in life? He's going to go after fishing because that's something he likes to do. Me, I like photography and travel, so I go after that because that makes me happy. Shannon likes to travel. That's why she's all the way here from New York, sitting in California side by side with us right now tonight. Why? Because she came here to bring her business, her life to the next level because she has communicated with each and every one of us and many others within our organization every day to learn something new, to put herself in a different skill set or mindset that she wasn't in before, to move herself into an energy to be able to walk away from her 10-year accountant career to now say, I am my own boss 5 months ago and doing this full time, living her life for her. So to drive all the way across the country, not on no plane, GPS'd it across the countryside and had a great time while they did it. Now they're here. She's got 2 weeks here in Vegas. Why? Because she's living her life. She communicated with herself. She communicated with us to say, I want to learn more. How can I do this? How can I increase myself in this area? And y'all have seen all of it so far. We said it a while ago, from the financial to the careers to the relationship to what do you want to work on? That's what this 6 weeks to abundance is. If it goes a little bit longer for you, cool. Rock with it. Stay dedicated. Keep moving forward because each step forward on that ladder is your ladder, nobody else's. Nobody on your ladder that you're building for your journey can step on your fingers and say, no, you can't do that. Why? Because you're building that ladder that you want to climb. Keep climbing, keep moving up because there's nobody that says you can't, only you. Enjoy the journey, guys.
Carol just wanted to jump in and say something really quick. So
This journey and this group of people that you're looking at right here, all we're doing is we're helping you learn you. How to get into your own head and figure out who you are so that you can rock the world. And you can let your light shine and you can be who it is that you were meant to be from day one and quit letting all the teachings of everybody else stop you from being who you are. It starts with you. You're not going to excel in life unless you learn who you are and what makes you tick so that you can go out there and give it to the world.
absolutely. And if you guys know her, she's all about animals and saving animals and giving them second chances and housing them and bringing them back to nature and bringing them back to life and loving them. And that's no different than people.
Awesome. Nick, do you want to jump in and say anything, share anything else, buddy?
Yeah, before I hop off here, guys, like Thomas just mentioned, just start asking yourself, why not? We go through our whole life saying, I can't do this, I can't do that. And if you want a good start, a good place to start is when you want to do something, ask yourself, why can't I? Why not? Because there's nobody stopping you except for you. So go after whatever it is you want. Start telling yourself you can. If you want to learn the easiest way to make yourself feel good, is how you communicate with others. greatest feeling in the world to be able to touch another life and make somebody else's day. That's I gotta hop off here, guys.
Yeah, your audio's cutting out there, but we caught most of that. I think ever caught most
All right.
of that thing. But
You
I
guys
know
have a
you're.
good night.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I know you're at the airport. That's a great segue into, what Thomas and Jen and Nick just shared into the homework that I'm going to leave you with, guys. With it, so I don't have any PDFs for you to share with you or anything like that. This is going to be very simple homework. So all you're going to need is a pen and a piece of paper, or a small little notebook. So on Monday we're going to reconvene like we have over the last 4 weeks, and so what I'm going to have you guys do is I want you to keep a thought journal, okay? So it doesn't mean you have to write down every thought all weekend, every single day. I just want you to make note of a feeling that maybe arises in you that triggers a thought, or vice versa. A thought that occurs in your mind that triggers a feeling within you. It could even be another person. But just what this is called a thought journal. And I did this about 5 years ago. The reason I wanted to do this is because I wanted to see where my thoughts were throughout my days, and what I ended up figuring out about myself was about 80% of my thoughts and my feelings were directed towards things I didn't want in my life and negativity. And so what I started to notice is I looked at what was the opposite of those thoughts, and I started changing my thought process, which triggered different feelings in me. I started thinking about what was really important to me. I looked at what those thoughts were that I had, why I had them. I wrote them down. And truthfully, I just actually threw them in the garbage after that because they didn't mean anything at that point in time. But it's good to recognize and raise level of awareness and raise your level of awareness to what's going on internally. Like I mentioned earlier, you're never going to communicate with someone more than yourself. That's the starting point of communication. You need to know what your internal dialogue is, how you're thinking and how you're feeling in order to be able to move from where you are right now to where you want to go. So if you want to be happier, you got to have a starting point. If you don't know what your starting point is, how can you go from the place you're at now to the place that you want to be? How can you go from, Thomas just flipped his hat up, exactly. So he just went from being in the shade to the sunshine. Do you see what I'm saying? Just that little flip. But seriously, you got to be looking at where you're at right now, what it is that you're experiencing, where your thoughts, your feelings, and emotions are on a day-to-day basis, in order to maybe remove the fog or to get some clarity on exactly what it is that you want in life and what you want to experience. So on Monday, come with your notes, your thought journal. This is a practice you can do over the next few days, but it's something I encourage you to continue onward whenever you can. Just have a little notepad. I think I went to like Staples and I bought a little notepad. I looked like a goofy old man with a little notepad in my pocket and a pen there, and I just wrote down my thoughts, and I journaled my thoughts, especially when I was being triggered or I had a level, I'm like, why am I feeling this way? What was the thought that I just had? Make note of those things so that you can see, because your thoughts and your feelings are going to direct the course of your life. So you want to make sure that you're raising your level of awareness of how you're communicating with yourself, because often the way that you're communicating with yourself is how you're going to be communicating with others. If you're in a negative and pissed off place within yourself, you're probably going to be putting that out to others. If you're in a positive, happy place and you're looking forward to the experiences you're having, like these guys are having an amazing experience this weekend, and I've been internally going, oh my God, I want to be there, but I'm really happy for them. But for some unfortunate circumstances, yes, I love you guys. I know you're going to have an amazing time. It's just recognizing, like I said, those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions. So take note of those, write a journal, just keep track of that and what's going on. And here I know they're heading into the other room, and I'm going to see all 4 of you in the same room in a second on the same screen. I knew it was coming. I just knew that was coming. So on that note, I don't have much more to say here tonight. I look forward to hearing about your guys' thoughts and your journaling over the weekend on Monday. And, if you guys want to add anything, you guys are you guys going to still be partying it up in the events and learning and stuff on Monday, or are you going to be available?
Absolutely, guys. We will be back Monday night. So like Dave said, get a spiral notepad, get a book, piece of paper, write down what we went over through the exercises. We are having a lot of fun, but we do understand that this is literally the framework for anything you do in life, whether you're doing the online stuff like us or you just need little fine tuning with your communication skills. So yes, super grateful. Lots of love. Dave, you are here with us in spirit. Just remember that in Las Vegas, not California. Anybody else?
We love you.
Love you guys too. I love you guys too. Miss you guys. I know well, Jen, I see you all the time, but Shannon, Carol, Thomas, it's been a while, you know.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Dave, for hosting. I know Nick ran off. He had to pick somebody up at the airport, and we will see everybody Monday night. Any questions, just message the person who brought you into the group. And if you're watching this on replay, once again, anything at all, just let us know.
Love you guys. Peace.
Bye, guys. Bye, Dave.